All right, go.
I'm rocking with Don Kilam.
Let's go. Peace and love. Peace and love.
Peace to the family. Peace.
Hey, peace, man. What's up, Dre the building, man?
What's
Man,
going on, man?
I appreciate what you posted in the school, man. Can you elaborate? I had somebody hit me up talking about I can't find his social media. Who is Dre the builder?
Well, I ain't gonna lie to you, man. Ever since I tapped in, since October of 2024, I gained a lot. And I'm gonna keep it real, man. I took a lot of the PDFs, the information out the school, and I'm gonna keep it real. After a while, I got overwhelmed. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna have to go study and pull back up because every day you doing a value, you adding value. You putting out so much valuable information, but I'm like, nah, I gotta read this shit. I gotta study. And I started just brainwashing myself with the information. Like no homo, like listen to you just all the time. Like just subconscious programming. You get what I'm saying? Just
I get what you're saying,
making
brother.
sure it think. And then once it click, you get what I'm saying? And when I say click for me, just figuring out the laws. Cause I used to work for a nonprofit. Like to keep it real with you, like, cause I used to keep this shit a secret, but I mean, now I have a social security card, but for years I was undocumented. You get what I'm saying? So I was working for a nonprofit, being an entrepreneur. So even when I went to college, I had to do like affidavits and shit for the city college to let me, go to school. So I'm familiar with some of it, even the ministry part. In Jamaica, we have a ministry. So when you speak on that, it makes sense. So once I understood how to create my government, it just made sense. And from there, after I did the trust and I was comfortable with that, everything else was just easy to file. You get what I'm saying? But it was a lot of studying, man. I had to fall back. So that's why I joined the school a few days ago again to tap back in because it's like, okay, I have something to show now. And I feel like, you get what I'm saying? I could be of value to the community or just be worthy of being here. You get what I'm saying?
If I didn't get what you were saying, I done shut you off. You hear me? I get exactly what you're saying. I appreciate it. He said he started, changing his life 2024, but when he started following me. But what you didn't mention is you must have been talking to God first before you found me. That's all I'm gonna say. Because it's not gonna make sense to you. It's that
A
simple.
lot, 100%, 100%, a
Because
hundred percent.
when you get your relationship right with God, God's going to, because God is the infinite source, God is infinite knowledge, infinite wisdom. So, like he said, he got overwhelmed. That's when you got to tap back into God, like, and then have a point. Like, why are you jumping into this information? But I liked everything. Like you broke it down, brother. You broke it down. I'm pulling it up right now. You said you fixed your personal credit, so we seen that. So you was in the
Right.
400s, right?
Yeah, I was in the 400s, man, and I was like, I
Now,
got tired of asking people for cosigns and
I know
just
that's right.
just the story. That's why I was like, nah, I got to do this
No,
because everything you said,
I used to
like,
trick females into getting me loans, man. And karma's a motherfucker. You understand?
man, I'm not gonna lie, bro. Like when you spaz out, sometimes I love it because it's like it feels like a form of a drill sergeant. Like, yeah, like. We gotta
Oh
apply this
yeah,
shit.
this ain't for
You
the
get what I'm
weak though.
saying?
Like we all soldiers. So what if your sergeant or your commander was soft? You know what I'm saying? They're not gonna lead you into the right battles.
Exactly. So even the other day, I got pulled over, and my political status is not correct yet. But the fact that my name was a business, and I'm understand. Nigga asked me what I do. I told him I'm a trustee. He like, what is that? I'm like, you know what that is, bro. Like,
You a
long
trustee,
story
brother.
short, he was lurking, trying to, do some extra shit. But I was calm. Like, I wasn't even being rebellious because I know I'm good based on what I'm
Right,
studying.
right. That's right. But so you in the 700, you almost in the 800 club.
Yeah, I just been letting my credit history, the length of it, just it's like about a year and 3 months now. So,
So
like, cause at
was that
first, man, I'm
hard?
not
Was that hard
sorry
for
to
you to
cut you
jump
off.
from 400 to the 750?
You said was it hard?
Yeah, was it hard for you once you learned it?
Nah, once I understood how the trade lines work, I was like, oh, okay. It's all about just managing these trade lines, the utilization. Like everything is laid out, man. I'm not gonna lie, man. The only thing is because it's not traditional information for us, I guess, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
It takes some
That's
time
it.
getting used to, but you lay everything out, bro, like to the point where I gained confidence and started teaching it as a secondary source on YouTube. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
Just to hear myself say it, speak on it, it's just audio only, but it's just to practice and encourage others because we're in the Aquarian age and this is what it's about. Everybody
Correct.
being a master of thyself. So I respect what you do.
Correct. I appreciate that, man. So I thought we went over grants that we went over that last time. We're going over lenders today, and that's what you said you're still working on is getting that cash flow. So we're gonna go over that today. Um,
Right, right.
but having great credit is great when you're starting off to help you to propel and get ahead. I just had another student reach out to me. He said I did his credit. Let me look at the message.
Cause I'm not gonna lie, man. Like at first I was just gonna go straight to the business credit, but
You can
once you
though.
started breaking down the fraud these motherfuckers are doing,
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
my
yeah, yeah.
it was
Everybody.
almost like I got angry and I was like, nah, fuck that. I'm not backing down. You get what I'm saying? Like I'm disputing all this shit.
So I'm sure I'm just gonna y'all the class. This is my board member. I don't think he's gonna trip. But I just want y'all to see the proof. Like this is a private message. My guy, I know you said we got to go over the credit stuff again, but my apps didn't show what my credit was at now. I did one credit sweep for him. I went from a 717 to a 765. I just got approved for 15K and another 10K in progress. I'm setting up the 12 accounts like you said. I'm gonna run 10K through them for 6 months. Count me in as one of your millionaires that you made. Got a lot of work to do, but thank you for everything. I'm on my way, and he is on his way. He is on his way.
No, most definitely.
The homie Larry.
Most definitely. Nah, that's major moves, man. Like,
Yeah, man, and I'm just gonna be honest with y'all. So like even though you said so let me break this down. He said he was tired of asking people to co-sign. So
yeah, man, straight up.
where I'm at right now, I love getting the people that I help build their credit. Like Larry's a great co-signer. You know what I'm saying? So when y'all get together, 700 plus, y'all co-sign for each other, y'all getting big numbers.
That's a fact.
So
That's a
so
good way to leverage it.
that's what I do with my trustees and board members. It's one thing that
Yeah,
I do.
man. Like, I'm definitely gonna. I was just to be real with you, man. When I posted that, I just posted it based on that question you asked. I really wanted to do my video testimonial
I want
when I
one when
got the
you,
bag,
yeah,
the
I like
funding
that.
from
Yeah, yeah,
like all the
yeah.
banks.
But I like that you
But
did that. It got me popping on IG. I got like over 100 comments on that when that
nah,
video
that's
was
what's
up.
up, man. I was like, but you know what? I appreciate you doing that because I'm a Capricorn, man. So sometimes I be in my shell. You get what I'm saying? And I
Right.
get a little bit too militant. So sometimes you need situations to pull you out your zone and make you have a different perspective. And it definitely made me, you know, get back on the IG because it was deactivated and just was like, you know what, let me capitalize on this momentum because, like I've done the same thing, just, like when I was selling juices, I seen Tony Hawk coming out the restaurant and gave him some juice, took a picture. Long story short, like I just leveraged it on Instagram to sell
Right.
juices. You know what I mean? So it
Right.
was like it motivated me too. You get what I'm saying? So I really do appreciate that for sure. I'm
So
about to
I'm a
roll one up.
yeah, no doubt. I am after this call. Now today we're gonna go over the lenders. Last time we went over, I showed everybody how to establish your ministry, your 501c1A, and then a nonprofit, and then get grants. Okay, and then even put a grant book. Hello Skip, hello Alice. You can go to Fiverr.com. They'll help you get grants as well. Now today, make sure your business is established correctly. So first of all, I do encourage y'all to pay off your bills, okay? Like I do encourage that. In the beginning, that's not what I was doing. When it comes to your business, you'll get bigger loans if you pay it off. Tax deductibles, tax credits, you should get it all back. If you're really getting money, man, pay this shit and get a bigger loan. That's just how it works. But I mean, the way I'm gonna help y'all establish it, it don't matter if you pay it back or not. But you should go in there with great intentions, okay? Just like we was talking about, we trying to help people get us coastline. We never could get anywhere, right? So when you have great intentions, the right mindset, great intentions, continue to build, paying off people that you actually owe. It's just a game. It's money putting in circulation. Every dollar you circulate comes back to you multiplied. It's energy, okay? So just want to throw that out there, but when I started getting these lenders, I did go in and my businesses always went in the red. I've went through so many businesses just writing them off, but I wasn't able to truly stack and build because my intentions was always to get in, get it, and destroy, and then I just started learning business credit and tax credits and then deductibles. So I
And
do
that's
teach
where
it.
we appreciate you, man, because
Yeah,
you had to crawl for us to walk. You get what I'm saying?
yeah,
Because
no doubt.
just real quick, I just wanted to add, bro, like this information, we all know it's out there, but I've seen so many people speak on the just this subject matter. And I respect your movement and what you got going on and wanted to be a part of the school mainly because you're the only person that's to me though that I came across that said, okay, cool, they're doing that, but how we gonna get paid though?
Right.
You get what I'm saying?
And
So
and
yeah.
that's my main thing. Like, get some money, man. Because everybody is sitting here buying information. All you're getting is more information, more documents, more books, more ebooks. And truthfully, I mean, that is adding to your life. That could be an asset, but what is the ROI? That's a trustee training word right there. I'm gonna teach y'all something. When you're sitting down with rich mofos, wealthy mofos, this is the first thing they looking for, the ROI. The return on investment. What is the ratio? What's the return on the investment? So now I'm taking y'all to the business mindset because everything starts with your mind, spirit, mind, body. Before you can hop on this call, your mind told you to do it. So in order to feed your mind, you got to feed your spirit because the spirit's going to control the mind. All right. Then the mind controls your body. That controls your outcome. Whatever you're feeding your spirit, whatever you're feeding your mind is going to control the outcome of your life. So this should always be number one, return on investment. Same thing with the people around you. What's the return of investment? Time is money. So I want everybody to understand that time is money. And trust me, listen, y'all should definitely be getting this knowledge from me right here. I'm the perfect example because I be hanging around some hood rats, okay? Just keeping it real. Trying to level one up because that's what I have in my vision. I'm gonna find me a chick from the hood and she's gonna love me forever. because I showed her how to get rich, right? That's just one of my visions, but maybe that's not what I'm supposed to be doing. Because when I'm investing my time in these people, it doesn't come back to me. Okay. Your time, your money. When you come to DK's private business circle, you apply what I'm giving you, the rate of return is out the roof. Period. You can't tell me no different. If you don't find value in what I got, you're just slow, okay? Come to give you the game because I'm living it. So rate the return on investments, the ROI, the return on investments. So I just wanted y'all to see that. Um, Now I tell everybody to make their name a business, okay? I'm gonna go over the layers one more time. I'm gonna go over these layers. But understand when I started, all I was doing was the LLC. When I first started in 2017, all I used was my name as an LLC. Okay. And it's because earlier the alter ego doctrine was not applicable to other business forms such as limited liability companies. However, the alter ego doctrine is now applied to a limited liability company as well since 2022. So, which this means they can pierce and make you pay taxes. If you're putting your assets, your cars, your houses, your bills in the business name, they can still pierce it if it's just strictly a LLC. Standalone, just a LLC. So the alter ego is a legal doctrine whereby the court finds that a corporation lacks a separate identity from an individual or corporate shareholder. The court applies the rule to ignore the corporate status of a group of stockholders, officers, and directors of a corporation with respect to the limited liability company. And the reason being why I do say make your name a LLC, which we're going to go through the layers really fast, and then we're going to go to the funding and how to make your business fundable. Okay. And I'm going to get down deep in this. I'm going to get deep into this in Las Vegas. I'm going to show you how to do an unincorporated association. I got my special documents never before released to the public. Same way for my LLCs, the operating agreements and charging order protection. I have all of that. I'm releasing it to the public. Las Vegas, Memorial Day weekend. There's still like 6 or 7 tickets left for VIP, so tap in. I want everybody to know what a sole proprietor is. You're born automatically a sole proprietor with the Social Security number, the birth certificate, Social Security number, birth certificate, and IDs. This makes you a sole proprietor. A sole proprietor, also known as a sole tradeship, individual entrepreneurship, or proprietorship, is a type of enterprise owned and run by one person in which there's no legal distinction between the owner and the business entity, which means since there's no legal distinction between the owner and the business entity, that means you're liable for the bills, the debts, everything. This is why you're always getting taxed because you're liable. But when they come together, the birth certificate, ID, Social Security card. They become an unincorporated association, a gifting program, and you're gifting your labor, you're gifting your resources, you're gifting everything to what's called the public sector. The Social Security number is a public sector trust, okay? The Social Security number is a public sector trust. It is considered a Sesta K Vi trust. And people don't even know what Sister K Vi means. That's why they keep trying to cash in stuff and they can't. The beneficiary of the trust or insurance policy, all right? You do not get to call the shots as a beneficiary. The trustee is always in control, okay? The trustee has the power to manage, control, divide, develop, improve, exchange, partition, change the character of, or abandon trust property or any interest therein. So this is why people do not get remedy when they're coming in trying to claim this birth certificate, okay? This is why I'm trying to make y'all maneuver into the public correctly. Private, I'm gonna teach y'all to move private and public at the same time because that's what you're already doing. You're giving up your private rights to the public name that's owned by the public sector because they made it. You can only control what you create. So the public sector is the part of the economy that's controlled by the government, which means there has to be a private sector. And that's the part of the national economy that's not controlled under direct control of the government. And how all these people are able to get off and enforce their rules is because you sign these things. Under Article 1, Section 10, there's no law that can, and this is under the Constitution, that can impair the obligations of contracts. So the government cannot interfere with a private contract. There's no such thing as money, only gold and silver, okay? You can only get rid of debt with gold and silver. So I want you to understand this. It's a contract. All these things are contracts because the United States is under bankruptcy. So I want y'all to understand this before we get any further because y'all come to me for the private life. Okay. The United States is under debt. The Social Security Trust Fund owns the national debt. This is what's owed to the Social Security Trust Fund is $24 trillion. Can't make this up. I'm gonna put this in the chat so y'all can get access to it. So the Social Security number owns the United States national debt. Debt is not real. Only real money is gold and silver. We're going to start there so y'all can start getting down to business. Because when you get down to business, it's all private contracts. Trust law is private law. Family law is private law. Contract law is private law. Okay? All the Social Security Trust Fund is insurance. Old age and survivors insurance. It's insurance. Okay? So this is public insurance that belongs to the public sector. The only people that can benefit from this is the public. Okay? All debt belongs to the United States. So this is why we have to quit chasing this birth certificate. You have to quit chasing. Y'all are not going to level up. Y'all are not going to get money from it, okay? If they can get money from your essence, so can you. I'm going to say it again. If they can get money from your essence, because that's what's going on. My birth certificate's worth millions of dollars. Well, why don't you use your essence and cash in? Because it's backed by your labor. You're not learning how to cash in your labor. I'm just going to let that sink in. So when you see debt is an amount that's owed to the United States. When you're born a person, they turn you into a corporation. United States means federal corporation. The United States can only deal with corporations, fictions, and contracts, affidavits. Everything is a contract. So I want you to understand this so y'all can start creating your own contracts because that's what has to happen next. So let's quit being the beneficiary, okay? Says the KVI, the beneficiary of a trust or insurance policy. Let's learn how to own nothing, control everything. Trusteeship is the power to manage, control, divide, develop, improve, exchange, partition, change the character of, or abandon trust property or any interest therein. The government is the trustees of the Social Security Trust. I'm just going to let that sink in again. The government, the United States corporation, is the trustees of the Social Security Trust. Okay. Now let's go. Let me find some so I can prove it. The U.S. Treasury Department manages the trust funds under the direction of 6 board members each year. The board reports to Congress on the financial status of the trust funds. 6 board members. You cannot control this trust. If you think you still can, log off. I don't even want you part of my school because that's not what I teach. That's not what I teach. I'm going to teach you how to own, not to control everything, how to own your essence, period. Now, you can make this name work for you. The funds for Social Security come from payroll taxes known as FICA. The Social Security Trust Fund was established. So, I want you to know, in the private sector, we're not even dealing with FICA. Amish is not paying in no payroll to the Social Security. Jehovah's Witnesses is not paying any payroll to Social Security. Ain't no Jewish people paying in no payroll to the Social Security. Ain't no higher up Catholics pardon with the Vatican running they not paying no FICA. Now, with that being said, since everybody in the school, let me know if this makes sense so far. I gotta get a fire emoji 100. Let me know that this makes sense. Let me know that you're following along. Let me know that you agree. Let me know that you disagree. Let me know why you disagree. And then
Makes sense. Makes sense.
let me know how much money you have if you disagree.
Make a whole lot of sense. I love it here.
I appreciate y'all. So a debtor is a person liable for a debt. Debt belongs to the United States, so that's going to make you a public citizen. So like you see, debtor means a person who's liable for a debt, not people, person. There's some people and person. I just want y'all to know this because we're talking about business here. You could sell yourself, your essence, your intellectual property, all of that to your private businesses, because that's what's going on with your life already. They're buying, selling, and trading your essence, even on Instagram, Facebook, your whole movements. That's how important you are. That's how valuable your essence is. If your movements wasn't valuable, Wi-Fi wouldn't be free. They give you free cell phones in America because they want to know what you're doing. They're not going to Africa giving them free cell phones. And even though that's the motherland, they do it over here in the USA because this is the promised land. You're the part of the promised people. Only in America can you set up a business today and get funded tomorrow. Where else can you do that at? I'll wait. Now, look at this code 15 USC 4724 E1. This is federal codes. The term United States means a United States citizen. The term United States business means a United States citizen. Again, 15 USC 4724 E1. I'll put it in. I'm gonna put the link in the chat so y'all can look it up yourself. And I love the United States, by the way. I'm friends with. So the United States business, the term United States business means a United States citizen, a corporation, partnership, or other association created under the laws of the United States. So those are key words. Even your business belongs to the United States. Even if you just create an LLC. And that's when we go here. Okay. So first step, make your name an LLC. We talked about that. The only thing that's going to stand in your way of this being lawful is that there's an alter ego. So in order to get around that, we create something called a holding company, okay? So the holding company is going to be the single member of your name that's a business. And then, so your name is going to be the operating company. And then if you want any other business, say you already have a hair salon. So you're already doing stuff. You're already contracting, you're cleaning carpets, you're a plumber, whatever it may be, you're an Uber driver. You deliver with DoorDash, whatever it may be, turn your name into an LLC. But that's not where I'm getting the funds from, okay? That's just where I'm run money through for personal expenses, okay? That takes care of the name, okay? That takes care of the likeness, the image, all of that. All right. Now, create you another business where you're going to get the cash flow. You know, don't do it under your name because you don't want to, you just don't want to do it under your name. Keep your name as much out the public as possible. Now you got another business, real estate, whatever it may be. That's still an operating company, just like your name. You use your name every day in commerce. So this is why I say your name is already an operating company. Now you turn it into an LLC, the other business to an LLC. Now when you create an LLC, it can be member managed or manager managed. So the operating companies are always going to be member managed, and the single member there'll be one single member, and that will be the holding company in one of the 5 charging order protection states. So it's a parent company. Your name will be the child, okay? Because that's what's going on. The United States is the holding company, and the child is you. When you're born, they create your name of business, and you're the child, and they own your essence now, okay? Is everybody following along with me? So I'm showing you how to get out their jurisdiction. You want to go from the public sector to the private sector. Okay. You're already in the public, so you got to learn how to control this in the public with their stamps and with their seals. You can only control what you create. So I'm making my name an LLC. It's got their state stamp on it, their state seal on it. Now I go to get a holding company in one of the 5 charging order protection states. That's Alaska, South Dakota, Nevada, Delaware, or Wyoming. I think I got something. I'm gonna find the picture too. I think it's in the school. Because I want everybody to understand. I just cleaned up this computer, so I know I don't have it on there no more. It's on a hard drive. But I got this picture. It just breaks down the importance of the 5 charging order protection states. But you don't have to report taxes. You don't have to report anything to the IRS. It's a tax-free business entity. Let me see if I got it. Should have my diagrams ready. See if I got it in the email. But I think everybody knows. Yes, I got it. I knew I'd have it. I'm putting it in chat for y'all too, and the school. So benefits of setting up these holding companies in one of the 5 charging order protection states. This applies for all 5 states that I had mentioned. All right. So this is for Alaska, South Dakota, Nevada, Delaware, and Wyoming. There's no state income, corporate, or franchise taxes. Privacy protection for owners choosing to be anonymous. You can be anonymous. So how can the IRS even get your information if you're anonymous? It protects the individuals from liability. No taxes on corporate shares or profits. You don't even have to have an operating agreement, but I suggest you do because it's your private contract where they can't infringe with you. As long as you're not hurting nobody or damaging property, they cannot break these contracts. They cannot force nothing. A judicial system relying on case law to settle disputes, so it goes to common law. There's no codes and statutes, okay? Common law, that's case law. And no formal information sharing agreement with the IRS. So that's the benefits. I'm gonna put that in the school later too. So I hope this is making sense so far for everybody because I'm pulling y'all from the public to the private. So now you got the operating company, which is your name. If you have a business already, that's your operating company too. And then you could do as many businesses as you want. Put that under your holding company. The holding company will be the single member of these businesses. If you already have your LLCs established, you just transfer ownership, update the Secretary of State, let them know that the holding company is a single member of these LLCs. Okay. Your first, middle, last name LLC, your operating company, whatever it may be. Ferrari's chicken. You feel me? Whatever it may be, your barbershop, whatever. Now, the holding company, you will be the manager. It will be manager managed. Your operating companies are member managed. Holding company, manager managed. You can be the manager, or someone else can be the manager. This is their private life right here. Someone else can be the manager, appoint you as a new manager, and resign. And you only have to show the banks or whoever you're dealing with. You don't have to update the Secretary of State with this information. The retired manager will always look like they're the manager. It's private paperwork. Let me know if that makes sense, everybody.
That's actually what I did.
Okay, that's what's up. Now, someone asked if their LLC is inactive, would you have to reinstate it first? What do you think? What do you think? Can you operate with an inactive LLC? Use your head, homie. You've been rocking with me for years, bro. Come on, man. Now, the next step, there's layers, and the layers can be infinite for real, for real. But the next step is, I like an unincorporated association. Okay. An unincorporated association. I'm going over this in Las Vegas. But all it is bylaws, like the basics. Okay. Bylaws, a banking resolution. Bylaws is your constitution. If you have an LLC, that's the operating agreement. If you have a corporation, that's your bylaws, that's your constitution. So the reason why these are important, because people can set up these corporations, people can set up the LLCs without this. But if you just go to the bank and set up a holding or a LLC or a corporation with no operating agreement or bylaws, you're automatically in the public sector. Everything's automatically public by default. You're under, by default, just like your social, you're going to be that United States business. This is where you're going to be with it. And the reason being is because Article 1, Section 10. I'm trying to look for it. Article 1, Section 10. You're going to be under the public sector if you don't got your own agreements. You don't have your own private agreements. You're under the public sector. Everything is default the public and benefits the public. And here's why I'm going to say this. Because we're supposed to be private bankers, right? Y'all sitting here talking about y'all private, but you're setting your LLCs up with Bank of America. And you got your private agreements together. All public banks are owned and managed by the government and is in the public interest. All public banks is owned by governments, states, counties, cities, or tribes. So you might say you're private, but you're not, because your money can always get touched. Let me know that makes sense, everybody. Let me know in the chat. Fire emoji 100 makes sense. So I can keep going. Okay. Taking my time with y'all tonight, because it's been a minute.
We'll be back after a quick break.
Peace and love, it's your boy Don Kilam, and welcome to Dream Keepers Radio, that private life podcast. You're here, tuned in with your boy, and this is brought to you by Follow the Yellow Brick Road by Don Kilam. Search the book on Amazon now. Go get the book and uncover the matrix and how the United States is operating in the financial marketplace. Much peace and love.
I'm not gonna lie, you getting deep tonight, bro. Pause.
It's all out there though. I've been gave y'all the information, but I'm taking my time with
Nah,
y'all.
no, but you giving certain nuanced details that's kind
Yeah,
of
I got you. I
crazy right
got you.
now.
That's why I don't listen to these gurus. I watch them. You know what I'm saying? But so next step, since hallelujah, I got the hallelujahs. Dang, appreciate that. Fire emojis, 100s. Now, so in order, so you can make your corporation. You got your so with the LLC, it's an operating agreement. Okay, corporations is bylaws. Now, or with the unincorporated association, it's your articles or even bylaws as well. Okay, that's what's going to create the governing documents. And the reason I'm bringing this up, your unincorporated association or even a non-grantor trust or a 501a, these things are outside the scopes of the public sector. Okay. And these are the ones because a trust can't own anything, it can only hold. Let me see if we can even Google that. Let's see what this says. So a trust really can't own. I don't like this, but it says a trust can own an LLC. This means the trust itself becomes the owner. But only holding companies and trusts they can't really own. They can only control and hold and administer. Okay. All the government is an administration. And I want to break this down. I broke it down in the last week's class. But I want you to see at the end of the day, everything is just a ministry. So unincorporated association is going to be your ministry, or your 501c1 can be a ministry. This is going to be your beneficial owner that controls the holding company. Okay, so the holding company owns your operating companies. That's well, not own. It controls your operating companies. You can never say you own these things. So the holding company controls your operating companies, your name LLC, and any other business you have, and then the beneficial owner who's going to control the holding company is going to be this unincorporated association or your 501a or some type of trust or even an offshore holding company, but I don't want to get deep. So with this being stated, I want y'all to see that what is an administrator? It's a priest assistant. At the end of the day, the United States Corporation belongs to England. England belongs to the Vatican. It's that simple. They're an assistant of some type of church, okay? And they're dealing with your dead estate. It's right there. Doesn't Trump have an administration? It's not something that's being made up. You dig what I'm saying? And the key word is president. Like everything is business. Dre, can you read that out loud for me? I want him to do it.
One of the highest profile positions in a corporation is the company president.
So, like, they never lied to you. So, when I go to administration, the administration has a president. At the end of the day, all the administration is an assistant to a priest.
Right.
Everything is church. They're dealing with the management of a deceased person's estate. That's what administration is. So, I just want to throw that out there, everybody. Corpse means dead body, right? Like, we can even look up corporation. Like, they never lied to you. Body into a body, corpus. From corpus, body, dead body, animal body, political body. When I tell y'all to put God first, that's what I mean. Because you're playing with the dead. You're playing, it's witchcraft. You know what I'm saying? Y'all sitting here stressing out over it. You're feeding it power. Legally authorized entity, artificial person created by law. Ain't no difference between you ever seen is voodoo. So y'all gotta when y'all just keep this in mind, man. We play with energy. Okay. Money is a current, it's a currency. I'm not gonna get too deep with y'all, but if y'all want to get wicked and some spells and spell casting, I do that in the private life too. You know what I'm saying? I teach you how to do that too. But I don't do that in the public. Even sex magic, sexual transmutation. But we're not gonna get deep today. Okay? Y'all think I'm just as crazy, do it online, whatever. But I'm getting deep today, okay? But they never hid it from you. So corpse means dead body, Asian means action. So you're bringing the dead body to life. I want y'all to
Yeah,
see that.
for example, when I filed for the religious court, when I brought it in the public, the trust, I had to put 3 people on the administration to even establish it, to bring it to life.
That's facts. Gotta have a witness. So everything is you're walking with the dead. So learn this shit, man. It takes study. Get lost in the mind. You're dealing with that. That's why the judge wears the robe. But we're gonna get back to the business, man. So the trust can own everything. The trust is in the private sector. How I'm gonna prove that it's in the private sector is because it's unincorporated. We don't need codes and statutes to create our unincorporated association. We're doing it under something called common law. Common law is the body of law developed through judicial decisions rather than statutes. That's what I was showing you right here. A judicial system relying on case law to settle disputes. This is private. This is what we do in the private. This is part of the private sector. We do not fall under codes and statutes. Those are bonded rulings, okay? So common law is deeply rooted in the principle of stare decisis. So we're using case law. Common law. An unincorporated association is a group of people in common law jurisdictions. So we're outside the scopes of codes and statutes. So that's at the head top of everything. We do not have to ask permission for our business to be in existence. What type of time is you really on? So I want everybody to understand that once the unincorporated associations at the top, we don't have to pay those annual fees that they try to make you pay. None of that. We're in the private. You cannot build the trust. Common law, contract rules. So with these layers, you'll always be good. Okay. You will always be good. Like even when I incorporated when I first did my holding company, so everything has changed now, but when I first did my holding company, I had, I don't like my name trust being on stuff, but that's how I had set it up. So you don't really want your name in the trust. You want to create, like now I have Kilam International. Well, I'm about to show you when I first opened up a holding company how I did it. And then I set up my record label. I did a record label, then I did my name. And then we're going to show you how to get funded. Since we know how to structure it correctly. So this was Source Capital Group. When I first set this up, I use registered agents now too. I'm gonna give you all the registered agent, but just make sure it's layered correctly. So I was the manager on this, but well the LLC is. So I did use the LLC. And then you see who signed it right there. So I had the trust actually be the manager. Does everybody see that? So that's how and it works. And I was able to get funding on what I'm about to show you next. So next what I did was, and I still use this account to this day. So I opened up a record label under the holding company. So a record label is similar to a holding company. When everybody know that it manages names and because you got to think about artist names, right? So I looked at the government as a record label because it keeps records. And so my government was actually a record label for the longest, is how I utilized it instead of a non having that 508c1a. This is before I started really dealing with the unincorporated associations and the 508c1as. It's trying to make me sign in. Let me just pull up the documents on here so y'all can see it. It's still in good standing too. It's called Goodyear Records. And then I had that control my name. But I was getting my first loan I see right here was 19. I had got $19,000 when I first opened it up. And then another 7,500. I'm looking for the I'm just saying bank statements, but I'm going through these emails, so my apologies, y'all. One second, one second, one second. Let me just go in. I'm gonna let y'all see this though. So this was the first time, my first loan right here from them. That was in no, I had got one in 21 too. This was in 2022. The first one I got in 2021. But so boom, they had approved me for that.
We'll be back after a quick break.
In a world where borders can limit opportunities, one book dares to challenge the norm and empower foreign nationals like never before. Introducing Can't Touch This: Diplomatic Immunity as a Foreign National by best-selling author Don Kilam. Did you know there is a difference being a citizen and national? This is for foreign nationals seeking to expand their horizons. Do you dream of obtaining a diplomatic passport and the freedom it brings? Don Callum reveals the secrets to unlocking diplomatic immunity and creating your own nation. Discover why you are already a foreign national, learn the steps to obtain a diplomatic passport, and explore how you can be recognized by numerous nations on your diplomatic journey. Most never knew they could have diplomatic immunity as a foreign national. This book is a game changer for anyone seeking freedom and recognition on the international stage. Get your copy of Can't Touch This today and embark on a journey towards diplomatic immunity and creating your own nation. Order your copy now and unlock the power of diplomatic immunity as a foreign national. Can't Touch This: Diplomatic Immunity as a Foreign National by Don Kilam. Available now at leading bookstores and online. Get your copy today.
But they got me 7,500 out the gate. I'm looking for all I had to do was send them bank statements too. But I'm looking for on my paperwork when I opened up, there it is. Well, that's just all right, here it is. It was in the same pack. So this was my record label. So this is my operating company, but you can also make this your name, your first, middle, last name. Okay. And then when we come down, when you see who the single member is, it was that holding company from Nevada. So that's how it works. That's how it works. Goodyear Records LLC. And this I moved this like a holding company too, but it's still an operating company because I ran it as a record label. And that was my government. That was my government. But I'm gonna get back to this too. We're gonna talk about this because they approved me a few times. and I sent them. Oh, here we go. All I had to do was send them these bank statements. I sent them 3 months bank statements. This was in 20. This was the first one, August 9th, 2021. And I got approved. They sent the money the next day. So we're gonna go over that. And that's through. I want to make sure I don't show that in private. Well, let me put up this bank statement so y'all can see it was Goodyear Records. Me so man.
The 9 is completion too. That's kind of crazy how it line up.
Indeed. Man, Goodyear Records. I just sent them a bank statement. That's all. 3 of them. So just show y'all, manager managed. Trust was the manager. Everything still worked out. Now I'm gonna get to the lenders too, but first let's go. Let's get straight to the businesses, y'all. Do y'all have any questions on how to establish your business on the Don Kalam way?
Yo, Don,
What's good?
what's up, man? Appreciate everything you do, dog. But I got a question. I got an LLC, but I'm thinking I need to do it over because I have my SSN tied to it. I've been had the LLC as far as my name for a while now, but do I need to do that over?
Oh,
In order to-
okay. Coach K 100.
Yes, sir.
You cannot tie your social to an LLC. You can only tie your social to an EIN. Does that make sense?
Yes, sir.
Just don't want to confuse my people. So you just need to reroute that EIN.
Bet.
All right. So anytime you set up a LLC, it's never tied to your social. The Secretary of State never asks for your social security number.
Bet.
Okay. All right. But before we go further, I do use Northwest Register Agent. But if you do need an EIN without a social, all you have to do is fax it in or call it in. Say you're foreign or put all zeros. And right here, you can fax it in with these people right here. You can send 2 free fax a day. But you need an account if you want to get the fax back. But you can just tell them to mail it to you as well. But they'll mail it to you. So you can send the fax, the SS4 form. But these people do it for you too. A lot of my students, 2 of my students have came to me. They charge $200 to get the EIN for you, with no social attached. For any LLC, they don't care what business it is. And no, you can use their address if you don't have a business address enough for the LLC.
Bet.
But calling in probably might take a minute, then or fax it in. I'm gonna try to sign in and show y'all one if it lets me. I don't feel like I gotta find the code, so we're gonna skip that. But Northwest Register Agent level. Okay, now let's get to the. Has everybody heard of Net 30 accounts?
Yep.
So they work too, but not like I'd rather do a cash flow, do my business. But Net 30s at work too. That helped me get a credit with Duns and Bradstreet. I was able to get some cars with my EIN number because of Net 30 accounts. I thought I had the stuff already pulled up, but I don't think I do. So I'm gonna pull just from the classroom my business credit. So Net 30s work, but I felt like it took forever. Now one thing I did get right away was some gas cards. I can't remember. I ran them up. Ran them up. I didn't pay them back either. But don't be like me, okay? Um, damn, what is I got Fuel Man. It should be in the school too. But I just want y'all to see like there's some this is the business. So let me just go to the classroom so y'all can see where I'm pulling this from. Business startup and business credit. Okay. Everything we went over charging order protection, LLCs, how to build the foundation, the lenders, net 30s, breaks down what net 30s are. There's net 60s, net 90s. So these are the beginner friendly ones. There used to be one that I used to go to all the time, but I could not find it no more. I don't think they're out there no more. Um, there's strategic network solutions. You know, I love that reporting because I used to get their ass too. I used to get all these people, but don't be like me, okay? But I just want you to know the way I have you established, your name's a business. Never say you're the name again. You work for the name. It's not you. You should never be personally liable. Even if you sign a personal guarantee, my name's a business, motherfuckers. I'm not paying that shit. And I use that as proof. I know that you gave me a loan to the business because the name's in all capitalized letters. And that's rules of capitalization. The GSO manual, styles manual. Um, but let me ask in the chat, everybody, who is new? Say I'm new. Who is new to net 30 accounts? Let me know. Okay, so I'm gonna have to start from the beginning. So before you do these, you want to get something called a Duns and Bradstreet number. 9 times out of 10, if your business, because Coach K said he already had an LLC, if it's been open for a while, he probably already has one.
Yeah, I got one.
So for all the new people, you want to get a Duns and Bradstreet number as well. And what I did mention, which is in the business, which is in the class, is you want to get a business address. I like to use iPostal One or Opus Virtual Office. So it's Opus, iPostal One. iPostal One is the cheapest, but Opus will actually give you a office. Like you'll get an office, access to an office. Okay. No matter where you travel, you'll have an office, okay? Like real spill. Can't make this up. Everywhere I go, I got an office. Now, Duns and Bradstreet, and I'm talking about since I pay a monthly, it might be $10 an hour, it might be $20 an hour. It's cheap, okay? And then there's that keyword. You see public sector right there? But Duns number, you wanna get a Duns number. Get a Duns number online right there. And then they'll reach out and try to sell you some stuff expedited for like 300, but the Duns number is free. You can just fill out the information. Let me see. And then once you get an account, it'll show you businesses' net worths and everything. Like literally, before I started making money, I mastered this system to look like I was a multimillionaire in Duns and Bradstreet before anybody would give me money. Because I didn't have credit. I'm just gonna be honest with y'all. When I came in as Don Kalam did not have credit. But I was able to build business credit, and that's what changed my life. When I was able to get business credit. Let me just my name's a business. Look, I just want you to know I'm in there. No matter where I'm in there. So look, revenue, it has all of this. Employees, when you sign up and you can unlock that report, right? Everybody has access to this that gives business credit. I'm just saying, I used to have all types of businesses in here. Well, I just want y'all, like I can't remember all the businesses that I have through here because I'm only working on one. But I'm just showing y'all, like I got Dunn's numbers, man. Got Dunn's numbers up to ask. 'Cause I done had hella business credit. I just can't remember all the businesses. That was a business too, though, but I don't think it's in there no more. Don Kalam used to be on there too. Uh, I don't know, but y'all see, I had some businesses on there. My name's a business. My name got the Duns and Bradstreet. I got two different ones right there. So boom, two different Duns numbers on my name. But it has your financial statements. So especially when you reach a certain level, banks say you start flowing 20,000 or more, they're gonna automatically give you a Duns number and start reporting your information because it's a public bank. So make sure y'all get that Duns number too. Make sure y'all get the business address. I post the one or Opus Virtual Office. Business address. People calling your phones, they transfer. You get a fax number. The whole nine. So I use that, and I also use iPostal One, and they're worldwide. That's what I like about iPostal One because they are worldwide. We can get an address in Switzerland if we wanted to. I'm just going here because some of y'all are new. So I want you to see all their locations, and these are cheap, $10 a month, $20 a month. And some of them do offer office locations as well. But you see Austria, Brazil, Canada, Czech, Ireland, Israel, Italy, Switzerland. They even got Puerto Rico. Can't make this up. Let me find it though. Puerto Rico, Taiwan, United Kingdom. And you can get that mail sent to you. You get digital copies. So they give you the digital copy, then you can forward it to you, which costs some extra money. So boom. Now let's go to these. Uline. You just set up the account. They're gonna need your EIN or your Duns and Bradstreet number. And then I'm gonna look up each one how much they give you. It doesn't say, but it says it should give you up to 1,000. And I'm telling you, you will get approved automatically. Like with these accounts, everybody's approved. Okay, all you have to do is have a business. Quills net 30. I'm gonna say 250,000. Quill ain't gonna give you that much. But look, maybe a couple thousand, 2,500. So you just got, I'm giving you about, that's $3,000 worth of credit right there for your business. I'm gonna give y'all a few more too before we get to the lenders. So Granger should give you anywhere between 3 to 5,000. And then you want at least Listen, not trying to throw y'all off for nothing because you're gonna have to pay anywhere between $50 to $100 a month on each of these when you open them up. Like, I don't know why you would call me when you see me going live. The fuck am I with you? Like, hold on, let me block this motherfucker. Like, we've been friends a long time, and now I got restricted. She gonna hop on the live and then try to call. What's wrong with people? Slow motherfuckers. Nav. Suma Office Supplies is a good one too. Suma Office Supplies. Let me know if y'all hear me on the Instagram. I don't know if it's with the audio or if the I don't know if it's working or not. But y'all see it. And then there's some more. So just look up net 30 accounts, really. So these are beginner friendly. There's more. I got a bunch of them, Uline, Credible. These are some you probably never heard of, okay? Literally, run it up to about, get at least 20 or 30,000 worth of business credit, right? Now, other ones that I like is they got a business one. There we go. So this is a business trade line for your credit. So these net 30s that I'm showing are trade lines for your credit. That's all they are. They help you build credit. Just like you add trade lines on your personal credit, the net 30s are trade lines for your business. Hope that makes sense, everybody. I think Brex is cool. So you do when you want to holler at Nav, but there's not a lot. Because that's not what I focus on, though. I don't focus on business credit. I focus on business lending. But credit strong. That's the only one I really know, like that put some stuff on there. And then these net 30s, right? So all the net 30s are there. Once you start doing those for 2 to 3 months, it's gonna take time on that too. Then you can start getting you can probably get these out the gate. These right here. So these was what I was telling you about. So Fuel Man, Sam's Club, This is a gas card too. Racetrack, Sinclair business card, that BP small business fleet. These are all gas cards. Sam's Club too. Yeah. Walmart will give you one too. So you can get them pretty easy. AutoZone, Staples, Best Buy. That's a gas card. That's a gas card. I want to say that's a gas card too, but it says business. But fleet card, Shell fleet card, BP small fleet card, Exxon Mobil fleet, Racetrack is a gas card, and Fuel Man. Fuel Man will approve you. I got $5,000 from Fuel Man multiple times. So just look these things up, okay? Want to make sure I miss nothing. So I used them. They gave me $2,800 my first time. Crown Office Supplies. Well, I ain't gonna say $2,800. They gave me a credit limit at their store. The net 30s you can only be used at their stores. So as soon as you put your information in, see, they want your DUNS number and your EIN. DUNS and EIN. And you get approved right away. Just want to show that. I've been dealing with them for years. I know people that get t-shirts and stuff. It says up to 5,000. I got $2,800. Shirtsy makes shirts. That's a net 30. Reports. Coast to Coast Office Supplies. We already went Uline, Quill. We already went over those. Granger, Jam, Staples, Amazon Pay. Office Depot is a good one. Strategic Network Supplies. So this is my favorite one, but I think they shut them down. So my apologies that I even still got it up there. I need to take it down. This is my favorite one. And he was cool. Like I know the owner. I used to talk to the owner and everything. But this will help you from having to do personal guarantees when you do apply for loans. If you don't have any credit, if you have no credit at all, you want to do these for your business. But I'm telling you, I already show you how to do the personal credit, wipe the personal credit, add the trade lines, tradelinesupply.com, things like that. Kick, Ava, Self. There's a lot of different things that get your credit score together so you can have funding, okay? So you can have a personal credit score to apply. Now, so that's all. All these will help you from 3 to 6 months. If you have no cash flow, you have no credit. You want to do these, okay? It's going to be hard to pay it if you have no cash flow, though. Now, to the good stuff. The easy. This is what easy peasy to me. This is the easiest part for me, okay? The easiest part is the lenders. Let me close out some of these tabs really fast. We're getting to the lenders. And all they're going to want to see is a cash flow, okay? A cash flow. When I say cash flow, as long as you got 7,500 running through these accounts, they're going to rock with you. I'm closing them out of these tabs. Apologies, y'all, really fast.
I'm not gonna lie too. I remember like when I first learned about that from you, I tried it with my business at the time, like my accounts, just putting money back and forth. And yeah, the statements
Mhm.
was looking crazy, bro. But I didn't establish that LLC the right way. So, but I just wanted to see
Yeah, because you
if it
don't want
worked.
to. The reason why I show, so I'm glad you're bringing that up right now. The reason why I show how to establish your accounts the right way, so there's no tax obligations involved.
Exactly.
And then to even get deeper really fast, let me just show y'all.
And the net 30s, you're right. You get approved right away. Cause with
You get them
that
right away.
business,
You're
I
gonna,
got a bed and
you
a
don't. They
couch.
don't look at your credit score.
Right, right. Yeah, they gave me a bed and a couch right away.
Yeah, you get all of that. Now I ordered a bunch. I used to, and literally, look. I'm just gonna give y'all a hack. I'm not telling y'all to do stuff wrong. It's every day you can get an EIN and a DMB. You can get new as many Duns and Bradstreet numbers you want. That's all you need in order to get
I'm a
approved.
I ain't pay for the bet. I'm gonna keep it real. I
Yeah,
just
yeah. That's one. So
stopped
can you
using
go,
the account.
Dre? Couldn't you went and got another DMB and another EIN and did it again?
Of course, I
You
just
can do this
shut
as
the
many
account
times
down.
as you want.
Matter of fact, I called the bank and told them stop them from taking payments.
So, to teach his own, but I'll just let y'all know, like, this is real life, man. Like, literally, you get t-shirts, all types of stuff. You can open up as many, you just gotta make sure you got the business profile to match it, in a different email address, because they ain't gonna open it up for the same email. So what I wanted to show y'all, this is the non-grainer irrevocable complex trust in the classroom. What I want to show y'all is
And I was able to get back about 5 grand too on that business, but the person took like almost 4x. So that
damn, that's
motivated
crazy.
me too to want to learn this. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's what's up.
But I'm a
So it's
reverse engineer the tax report though, because I still have it.
so instead of my LLCs filing taxes, the trust files taxes on the LLC. All the income is considered passive, which means it's non-taxable. So I just want to just show y'all this. The LLCs don't have to file taxes when it belongs to the trust. All the money goes to the trust. All the money has been withdrawn and is supposed to be given to the trust. All the profits go to the trust. The business makes nothing. The trust makes everything. It's considered passive income, extraordinary dividend. It's all non-taxable. So there y'all go. Step into this. Y'all need to tap into that. Get this trust, which the templates and everything is in here. You know, tap in, get that, and get all the classes that go along with it, and see how to do the taxes as well. Everything is considered it's non-taxable. But now, so once you're running these cash flows, so here's my best friend. It's called Google Gemini. So say, you create me an invoice from to Source Capital Group for $2,500 weekly private membership fees. It's that simple, stuff like that. You can have multiple businesses, long as you got the receipt to match the cash flow that you're moving in and out. Does that make sense? So, with that being stated, say I have $2,500. I move this in and out 4 times. That's $10,000 on a month. And say I do it again for Source Capital Group to Kilam International Trust. Do this again for Kilam International Trust to Jeffrey Wayne McBride, LLC. And then I keep doing it. So now I got 3 businesses that's moving money in and out simultaneously, like clockwork. 10,000 apiece. I should be able to get $10,000 loans on each 3 of these businesses. If I do this for 3 months, the same thing weekly for 3 months. And and all they want to see is this. Do you hear me? Y'all follow me. So I do this weekly. 1 week is 2,500. The second week is 5,000. The third week is 7,500. The fourth week is $10,000. Right now, you can do this you can do it 3 times a week. However, whatever makes sense to you. Okay. And then we come here. Literally, they have given me damn near 10 loans on different businesses. Now look, get funded from 5,000 to 500,000. Pre-qualifying 2 minutes without paperwork. No impact to your credit score. What is needed? Applying does not affect your credit score. Well, now it's saying 10,000 monthly sales, but it was 7,500. At least 3 months in business and at least 500 FICO score. But I just showed y'all what to do. If you have 500, you're going to have to move it in and out of it. If all you got is 500, you're going to have to move it in and out that account at least 5 times a week. Okay? Just make sure you got these invoices that match each transaction. Every time there's a transaction, you need to have paperwork. Substance versus form. Form versus substance. That's what it's called. Forms versus substance. You got to have forms that match the substance. Doesn't matter what your credit score is. We can ask he had a 400 something credit score. All he needed was one trade line and that would have got him to a 500. Right or wrong, Dre?
Automatically.
So that could have been something simple. That could have been a self-lender card like this. Let me show y'all.
You know, you got Open Sky, Ava, Credit Strong, like you said, Kickoff.
I got them in the school too.
Right. No. Definitely, some of them,
Yeah.
you hear them on the internet, but I got them from you. Self Builder. That's the one I think is dope too. You could use your rent to make.
Yeah. So I actually did that too. Like, I was already making money when I started learning that stuff though, but like my cell phone bills, all that gets reported to my credit now. Everything.
Hey, that promissory note is crazy, bro. Like that brought back memories,
Yeah, I
man.
want you to
Like,
know, man, I did that before, and like 4 or 5 months later, I had to repay that shit. So
no, no, no. That's what I'm saying. But I mean, it still give you time to make money, and you
yeah.
can
I just
use
want you
the
to know. So
service
we're
to
gonna
make
see.
some
They
money
accepted
by
it
that
again.
time.
They accepted it again.
Man, listen, my nonprofit used to I used to work for the Covenant House, bro. They used to hand them shits out like crazy, bro. Like,
I didn't pay my Verizon bill in months. What happened today was they cut it off. So I shot them. I was trying to get because where I was at in the mountains, I literally had to change so I could do this class today. I was out in the mountains. I had no Wi-Fi, so I couldn't even hook up on my phone. They shut the phone off. So tried to hook it up again, Wi-Fi or the hotspot to my phone, but it popped up the Verizon bill. So I just sent them a promissory note in the chat, and because it was like an online chat, and they accepted that shit. I was like, let's go.
of course, bro. Once you got the seal on it and it's legit, I mean, it's legit.
Oh, these are
You
trade
said
lines
something.
right here. So I like Trade Line Supply Company, but I was looking for the easy ones, like we were just talking about. So I do like Trade Line Supply Companies though. So meet Ava. There goes one. Ava. I think that put like 2,500. I might not have the trade lines in here. I thought I had them in there, but I got actual trade lines.
My goal is to get 6 figure from each business, one time, It's like, let me dream big, you know what I'm saying?
Right. But trade lines, I use trade lines for everything. So there you go. Kickoff. Kickoff, I use that in real time. I use that. Yeah, Ava's 2,500. There's a bunch of them. Then I showed y'all Credit Strong. All of these will get your credit to 500. I don't care where your credit is. Like I can guarantee that. Like we ain't supposed to guarantee nothing, but I can guarantee this stuff will get your without even make paying the first bill. Or they might not report until you pay the first bill, huh? But yeah, pay the first bill. You only but the trade lines, they stay on your credit report for 3 months. That's why I like trade line supply. That's my favorite. Let me pull it up so y'all can see. I'm gonna show y'all because some of y'all are new to this. I'll be forgetting. I done this, been doing this stuff for so long. Literally, I've been using this same site for 5 years. This site right here
Yeah, I know you're talking about. I use that too.
for 5 years. So when I first learned about it, all the credit people were hiding this like it was secret. They wouldn't tell nobody. Like they'll charge you a bunch of money, like $3,000, and put this on your credit. They just made 50. They just made 1,500. You know what I'm saying? But when I come in here, I look for age and then I look for the limits. So this is $2,000. This one's worth it. This is worth it. $7,400 credit limit. It's 16 years old. That shit gonna take your shit to 700 if you ain't got nothing on there. Because the 16 years, the age alone, and this will stay on your credit report for 3 months. So you
Quick,
can use
quick
things like
question.
this.
Have you ever used like debt notes to like put on your credit or a corporation and leverage it to get money? Like, have you ever done that?
Yeah, yeah. So you once you start having enough clients, you can report credit on personal and business. All right. But yes, I've used trade lines. I've used the UCC1 to report. So I'm going to be getting into that this summer. It's called data furnishing. So you can buy the
Okay.
software, but you have to have accounts in order to like a certain number of accounts, like 200 accounts. I can't remember. It's different for each credit bureau.
Right. Cause that's securities, man. Just it's just a lot of money in that, man.
Right,
Like
right.
for
Same way
real.
with securities. If you're doing public securities, you have to register them correctly. Then you can furnish that data as well.
Yeah, man. That's really good information, bro. Just,
But
different ways of income, like everybody could do something different.
trying to find the I can't remember which site we was looking at. Like I'm rocking with a few people that we're about to do that. But it's called
What's the fee to be a trustee?
trustees 5,000, board members 10.
Okay.
And when you become a board member, I come to your city for 2 days. So look,
Okay.
so credit, you just gotta get the software, man. And they sell it out there. Once you have a business, you can report to the credit bureaus. There's a way to do it. I'm gonna start teaching people. Once I do it, I'm gonna teach you how to do it. I haven't done it yet. I've only reported with trade lines.
Okay. Nah, the reason why I asked, because I just, I was learning about it and I just, like you said, it's about private banking. So I was just thinking, like, man, if I create a bank and I buy a bunch of debt notes, you get what I'm saying?
Right.
I'll be able to leverage that.
But once I get the software and stuff, I'm coming to the school because I have enough people. And I'm gonna use like y'all's monthly payments. First of all, like if you're paying the $50 a month every month, well, how I'm gonna do it is I'll probably report like 5,000 or something for you on your personal credit.
Got you.
So that's how I'm gonna do it. We're gonna report personal. We're not gonna do business. But
Right.
definitely about to do it with some people. I was just in a call with somebody and we was talking about doing it. So
That's major, man.
yeah, so you only need 200 people. We got them there 800 people in the school. So if people want to volunteer, give me the information. We're gonna give you a credit line. Then if you want to pay more, I'll give you a bigger credit line.
I'm listening. I'm ready to go, bro.
Yeah. So
My
I'm
name's
gonna make it
business.
cheap though. I'm gonna do it cheap. I'm gonna do it cheap. But we got more. So what I'm doing is I plan on doing it with all my trustees and board members. So say we're gonna figure it out how we can all do it. I got enough people, so boom, you pay this amount. We're gonna have 10 people report on your credit. You know what I'm saying 10 different businesses. If that makes sense.
It does make sense.
So yeah,
100%. It's private
that's
banking, bro.
that's what I'm in the business of doing. So, but back to the lenders. I want you to know. Let me give y'all the list of 10 lenders. I'm gonna put this in the chat. I gave y'all One Park Financial. I tore the ass up though. Not gonna lie. 2021, 2022, 2023. I'm surprised they still fuck with me. But shout out to One Park Financial. They definitely helped me have six figures liquidity with no problems. And the thing is, once you get approved for one, keep going to the other ones. Don't stop. Do not stop. So the second one is Celtic Bank. We're gonna go through them so y'all can see they're legit. Y'all know that Don Kalam is the GOAT. You don't need no credit score, you just need a cash flow, okay? So boom. Corporate finance is all lended. Next one's national funding. So these are lenders, these are not banks. So let me throw that out there. Banks, you have to have a credit score. You have to go through a lot of different things, a lot of different hoops. These are lenders. These are lenders. Okay. When I go, I always say it's to expand or it's for or it's for payroll. But I do want y'all to see this one right here, 6 months. I tell everybody 6 months. One Park Financial used to be 6 months. They just dropped it down to 3 months. When I went and had, well, it was 3 months. It was 3 months. But a lot of them are 6 months. So you have to be in business at least 6 months. So I say do this for 6 months. But One Park Financial is 3 months. So you can see up to $500,000. Mantis funding up to 5,000 to 500,000. I was just saying there. So you gotta have revenue. Gotta have that cash flow. Enova, I'm just saying that they got their requirements. This was a good one too. They these people didn't even really check shit. Look, they gave over 2 billion in working capital. Let's go. One company, I can't remember which one it was. They gave me a digital credit card. I couldn't do nothing but buy shit online with it. I don't think that was them though. I can't remember. Then we got Biddy Advance. I'm just going through them so y'all can see them. Let y'all know my links work. These is again, these are lenders. So 6 months in business. This one's 5K monthly revenue, 500 credit score. I'm gonna say this again. 500 credit score. Everybody is stressing over getting good credit. 700 credit. You do not need good credit to get these type of loans. This type of lending. Lenders do not care about your credit. They want to know if you're getting money because that's how they're gonna get paid back. But Biddy Advance is a good one. Exclusive Investment Group, another lender. Fora Financial. This was a good one too. I should have put this number two, to be honest with you. They give you up to 1.5 million. No, listen, they do not pull your credit. Tell me how you get 1.5 million and they don't pull your credit. Come on, man. They done gave out $5 billion. Small business loans, revenue advances, and lines of credit. So I'm gonna talk about that some another time too, is lines of credit. So it's easy to get a line of credit than it would a loan as well. So look, they do SBA loans. I would go for a line of credit. And you could take lines of credit when your trust starts acquiring things too. Look, showing you how much money they gave to different businesses. I was trying to see their requirements. But they don't care about your credit. As you can see, no credit pools. Expansion Capital Group. Again, another one. No credit pool. They're going to look for your cash flow. They're not saying what they need, but I'm telling you, these are all the same, okay? Get your funding. Let me know if y'all have any questions. I feel like this was a valuable class. A lot of people didn't show up, but we got 24 people. Well, that's enough, I guess. Out of 700, almost 800 in the school, y'all showed up. This is valuable information. This should change your life. Especially Dre. He already got his shit together. You feel me? This should be
Bro.
very valuable for you guys. I hope that it made sense. The key thing is when I first went in there, because I was moving the money around, I was moving from even from Cash App. So I didn't show y'all Cash App. So you can be a client in your own business. And I was moving money back and forth from Cash Apps and Zales and different accounts in and out a few business accounts. And the underwriter was the one when so the 7,500 was nothing. They gave me that without no hesitation. I think they gave me the 20,000 that I showed y'all with no hesitation. I had got a bigger one, almost to the six figures, and that's when they wanted to see those invoices that I was telling y'all. The underwriter was like, "Hold up, this is a lot of transactions. Can you prove that this is actual legitimate business transactions? We need to see receipts and invoices." So I had to just prove the sale, even contracts. So that's why I showed y'all how to make an invoice. Okay, how to make an invoice. It's not hard. Go to Google Gemini and make sure that all your cash transactions, all your wires, all the transactions match an actual fee or service. Okay. And then make sure that the business is established correctly so you're not taxed for moving the same money in and out of the account. Because if you say you move $100,000 in and out of account in 1 month, you're liable for $30,000 worth of taxes if you don't have it established and as the beneficial owners within the trust. If you don't know how to do that correctly, so that's that private life. The public life is learn how to get this money. It's that simple. All right, you can't move around in the public sector without the bag. So that's what I'm teaching you. So not only how to control your name, get out of those agreements if shit hits the fan, sign up for a personal guarantor. If you got 700 plus, go ahead and do a personal guarantee. Make sure your name's a business though first. So don't try to say you try to do it later. Make sure your name is a business first. So that name is not you. The business signed up for that. The business guaranteed that, not me. Because your social is already a trust. You should be, if you understand that the social security number is a trust, which I proved, why are you filling out 1040s instead of 1041s? That's a trust. Why are you trying to say you're an individual? You just updated your status and gave away your rights. Okay. Now you're a dependent and a descendant of a taxpayer. Your royalty. And I'm teaching you how to reclaim your throne and reclaim your titles and step into your prosperity. And that's what it's about. And that's what I got for everybody today. I'm gonna open the floor for a few minutes for questions. Let me know if you have any questions over anything we went over tonight. And this replay will be in the classroom from the Zero to Hero, week 8.
Hey, Don. Hey, I worked on my credit, man. Hey, I sent that letter that you had in the class. I got to send you the update, but it was at 539. That shit went up to 680.
That's lit. So you went from 539 to 680.
Yeah, I ain't do no
Okay.
I ain't do no what's the name? I put it in the class. It's already in one of your what's the name? Introduce yourself. But yeah, I sent that off to like all the credit bureaus. I ain't do none of the extra stuff. I just sent that in, and next thing you know, that shit shot up 144 points.
That's what's up. I'm proud of you, man. But my main thing is make sure you freeze that shit first. So they
Yeah, I
can't
ain't
verify
freezing
your
it.
information.
Yeah. I got you.
Yeah. So you got lucky. You got lucky.
Well,
I just want you to know.
I've been doing the credit thing for a while, but
Okay.
I noticed I know I'm doing like every 30 days, like send that letter in, like just to stay on that shit because that shit do pop back up on your credit.
Yeah. So with that, you want to deal with the CFO directly as well and send certified mail. You want to have somebody liable.
Yeah.
So I just want to throw that out there. But I'm proud of you. That's what's up, man. I'm glad my stuff's working for you.
Hey man, I appreciate everything you do, man. Look, dude, I'm shit. I'm in it. I'm here.
They said, what letter is that?
Got to get in school, read. Got to read.
Right. There's letters in the class. Go find it, man. And then go to the classroom. I just showed y'all where to go for personal and business credit, right in the classroom. Everything you need. Follow the steps. I got everything in there step by step. But just alone, just in the community, there's enough information in there to get your credit right.
I think
But
I
this,
had, I'm sorry.
no, go ahead.
I think you had mentioned something about adding trade lines with UCCs when you and another person was talking, if I heard you correctly.
Yeah. I don't really do that no more. But yes, you can create it's in the school. Look up credit report.
Okay,
The
because
book called
I
Credit
never
Report.
heard of that before.
Yeah. So you know, you write a promissory note in a security agreement. Ain't that what they do to you with your car?
Right, yeah.
You do the same thing. And you can do it personal or business. So
Okay,
that's the whole sovereign movement. They're telling you put a lien against your name. And you really can't do that. You can't have yourself put a lien against yourself. That's alter ego stuff. They're gonna automatically say that's fraudulent. So you can do it. I like to do my holding companies. If I'm gonna put a lien against myself, I open up a trade line with my holding company, and my holding company puts a lien against myself until that stuff's paid off.
okay, thank you
So,
for that. I'm gonna
so
go
it,
and look for some more information in the school. Thank you.
you're welcome. Then the credit report pulls up any liens that's on your personal credit that pulls that picks up on your credit report. So that's how that works. And then once you pay it off, your credit score jumps up once you take the lien off. But it's every month you report that you paid something on the lien. You send them a new promissory note with less money. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, they paid off 100, they paid off 200, and it opens like a trade line. Hope that makes sense.
That's great information. You learn something new in this group every day.
I got you. I'll find you the book. Here's the book right here. So you got a link in the chat so y'all can get the book. But just look up the book credit. If y'all don't get the link, it don't work for you. Just look up Credit Report. Credit Report by Don Kalam ebook. Learn the game. And when
Hey, hey,
you
Don.
click the book, what's up?
Look, I just looked at my credit report, right? I sent that letter also to the company that had stuff on my credit report.
Huh?
They removed that shit off there because I said my name was a business.
That's lit.
That
I try to tell y'all it works. People just be
shit
scared.
crazy.
All right, let me get a video testimonial. You hear me? But
Yeah, I got you. I got you.
it works, man. I can't make this stuff up, man. Like I've been doing this since 2017. There are some places give you a hard time. That's why you got to know the law and really know what's going on. So you got your evidence and your exhibits to back your claims.
Crazy.
And don't let up. You have the right to face your accuser. The they're not real. Have you ever met Bank of America?
Nope.
So, and then they all follow, and then another one is they all fall under GAAP, General Accepted Accounting Principles. Not anything they put on your report is not certified information.
Wow.
These are not certified financial statements. Hope that makes sense.
Sure.
These are not certified financial statements. And y'all
I
have any other
definitely,
questions?
I use my traffic ticket situation to put my ministry certificate on the record.
That's
Like you
lit.
said, you get what I'm saying?
Yup. That's lit. So look, real quick, make sure you read the book. If y'all going, this is from the credit report. This shows you exactly how to do a security agreement. You can do that with Google Gemini, create a promissory note, security agreement, and put it on file with a UCC1. That's what they do to you. You just gotta have some type of collateral. It could be a cell phone, it could be a laptop, whatever. Hope that makes sense.
Yeah, I'm familiar with that one too.
So, that was the way I used to build credit a while back. I don't do that no more.
Mm.
But if I do file a lien on anything, it's gonna be the holding company I taught y'all to establish is gonna file the liens. Don't ever have you filing liens against yourself. Like that is that alter ego shit. They will pierce your veil so quick. You will not be protected from anything that I'm trying to help you be protected from. Just hope that makes sense.
Yes, sir.
All right. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and put this. I am gonna put this replay in the school. It's gonna be in the Zero to Hero classroom though, but I'm gonna go ahead and put it for everybody in the community because this is information that everybody needs to have when it's ready.
All right.
All right. Peace and love. Y'all have a great night. I appreciate y'all.
How you too, Doc?
All right. Peace.
Peace, family.
Flavor Flav in the building. Yo, Don Kalam, keep doing your thing, G. Hey, yo, check 1, 2. This is Flavor Flav in the building, you know what I'm saying? Word up. Hey, yo, make sure y'all check out the song bars, you know what I'm saying? Word up by my man Don Kalam. You heard? A Fresco King. Yeah, boy. You know what time it is. Make sure y'all check out the bars by my boy. All right? Flavor Flav in the building. Yo, Don Kalam, keep doing your thing, G.